Alright, you guys, I'm going to be showing you how to make a CrAZee Mike rig. Okay, I've been making these for a while. What you need to get is a Poochie wire spreader, okay? This is the key. It's got to be the Poochie brand. Okay? The swivel action on this thing is amazing. Plus it has deflectors right here that cut through a lot of moss. These actually shield off a lot of rocks. It deflects a lot of moss and hang-ups, which keeps it off your swivel, which is pretty good. Okay, this is the size I'm going with. I'm using the 4/0 hook. This is the 1/4 ounce weight, and this is the Fusion. You need 2 of these to make the CrAZee Mike jig. Okay, now I'm going to show you some things here. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take off this swivel. You can't have this swivel. What you're going to have to do is connect this O-ring. It's a stainless, not this kind of swivel. You see, the problem is the hole on this swivel doesn't go up over the 2 pieces of metal. It only fits in this little area, so you don't put this kind, okay? I'm going to show you the right kind of O-ring now. Here's the O-ring without it. The problem is, same deal, it's too fat for the jig head hole. So let me show you the proper one. These. I connected the O-ring, so look at the swivel without the big O-ring from here to here. This is what you use for salmon. I believe it might be the Poochie brand too. What you want to do is you want to take this swivel off, this one off, and you want to connect that. Just like that. You're going to do 2, which I have the other one. Right here by itself. So you're going to need to buy a bag of swivels, a bag of O-rings, split rings. They have to be stainless. And then you're going to need some 1/4 ounce. You don't need anything bigger because now together this is over a 1/2 ounce. And then I have my fly tying vise, in which I'm going to tie some skirts on here that I have in that bag. So I'm going to show you the product in a second. Alright, so here you are. Those stainless swivels are a bitch to cut off. But that's it, you guys. You cut that swivel off, you put the big O-ring, and you put this nice swivel right here. You got 2 of them. Now you're going to connect the jigs. Hey, one more thing I want to add is you don't have to use these jig heads. You can use the ones with drop spinners on them. You can actually fish 2 chatterbaits. You can use any kind of setup on these. This is basically just to give you a 2 lure option. The CrAZee Mike rig is basically designed just to fish 2 swim baits, and which I'll show you when they're hooked up. But you can use the drop spin kind. They actually give more action. Hey, excuse the messed up swim baits. These are really torn up. These are the only 2 ones I could find. They're falling off, look. But basically, you can use any kind of swim bait. You don't want to use this as like a ground dragger. It's not made for that. But I'm telling you, when you cast this in the water, this thing swims so beautiful, and it actually swims with one in front of the other. Sometimes it switches on you. It all depends. If these bump off, if they hit the ground or hit an object, you'll see your bait switch up. It'll even swim side to side. For wintertime and for stripers, you want to go like a pearl flake, chartreuse, but you want a paddle tail swim bait. You don't want these little forkies. You want 2 paddle tail, and I prefer either Kitech or any other money jig type swim bait. These are okay. there's too much play in them. You want just a real fat body with a real slow kick. You want two fat bodies with slow kicks, preferably a Kitech. These will work if that's all you got, but like I say, hey, you could put on ones with drop spins. You could put on two bucktails, just as long as these things are moving. But honestly, these are made. The CrAZee Mike rig is actually made for two paddle tail white swim baits for stripers. You could switch this up for bass. Just switch your colors. You can also put skirted jigs. They're easily removable. Hey, good luck out there.